It's alright, it's okay. Chris is traveling today. It's alright, it's okay. Cross country both ways.
Hi everyone, just have a quick update from Maine. Been doing some fishing, cooked a lobster, been having a great time, and I hope you enjoy it. Look at that. These are little, God, there was a bigger one on there too. We jumped up. Oh. Ain't going anywhere. So I walked down to the rocks down there. Geez, not even 500 yards from here, and did some fishing. Used what's called a sabiki, which is like it's got like 5 or 6 hooks on it, little tiny lures on each one, and catching the mackerel. I got a few little guys, but supposedly pretty good eating. And that's about as big as they come. Look like cigar minnows. Got I got 5 of them here. I actually think I caught twice that many. It's just that they got off pretty easy. Well, I'm pretty pumped up today that I caught a few little mackerel, and I want to cook them, but it's so freaking windy. I don't want to cook them in the RV because I'm afraid that I might be smelling mackerel in there for like a long time. So always, I think it's a good idea to cook the fish outside. Now the people that were here before me made one heck of a fire ring. I mean, look at that. So I put my little gas grill in there because I think it's too windy even to have a fire. But that'll block some of the wind, so that it's like butane fuel will heat that up pretty good. And I have some potatoes with hot sauce, of course. You know, the minimalist type salt and peppers. Anyway, and that's gonna be it. But should be pretty good. We'll see how these mackerel are, because hopefully they're good, because I think I can catch a hell of a lot of them, and that'll just be a lot of fun. So I'll show you as this progresses here. A little bit of butter, a little salt and pepper. Looking pretty good, actually. By golly. I think we're about ready to eat. Alright, this will be the first time I've ever tried the Maine mackerel. I've eaten Spanish mackerel before. I want to try, and hopefully I like it, because I think I can catch the hell out of these things. So here we go. Pretty good. Gonna do some fishing today, headed down to the breakwater. The tide is now coming in, so it's a good time. See, I've got my cooler. There's an ice block in there, and also all my fishing lures and that type of thing. The rod, got my tripod, just in case I catch something decent, I can show you. And we're about ready to go. Should be a lot of fun. Well, the sabiki worked pretty good. It's a pretty nice one. Nice little mackerel. So as I'm packing up to get out of here, I did at least learn something today. Did catch that one really nice mackerel, and wondering why no one else is fishing and what's going on. I did notice there were a couple seals out playing out there. Now one of the locals walked by and said, you know, when the seals are here, the fish just disappear. So that's why I'm like the only one out there fishing today, because I don't know any better. But now I do. But at least I got one, so I'm not didn't get skunked, and that's the main thing. Now I'm ready to head back to the campground. Local health food store right down the street. Well, I had to have something better with my fish. potatoes like last night. So got a zucchini and got some corn. And this is just a great little store. They've got all kinds of fresh local foods and really got, you know, just like a regular health food store. It's very nice. And there we have tonight's dinner. Should be pretty good. I think I'm going to cook this one with the backbone. I'm going to leave the backbone in it. Just less wasteful on the meat. But the fillets kind of look pretty darn good, really. Tonight I decided that I want a lobster. And I'm not going to go to the restaurant and do it because, hey, it's all about being minimalist, right? So I bought this inexpensive pot at Walmart. About $6.50. Put an aluminum pan in there with some holes poked in it so we get a good steam action. Seaweed I caught today. Didn't catch any fish today, but I caught some seaweed. We're going to add some sea salt and a bunch of it, I guess. You know, probably a certain amount you're supposed to have, but I'm just going to put some in there. Our lobster will be going in as soon as she starts boiling good. Alright, here we are buying a lobster for tonight. Finally stopped here. I've seen you a bunch of times here. He's got all kinds of sizes. Yeah, that looks good. That'll work. Perfect. There he is. Cool. Here's our lobster. Now we're going to cut the rubber bands off before we put him in because we don't want him tasting like a rubber band. You'll notice that the claws, you notice this one's a little different than this one. This one's like for crushing and breaking things, and this one's more for tearing things apart and that kind of stuff. I don't think he's like sensing something's not right here. So, and he's a little soft, so that's good. We don't want one of those real hard ones. Comes the danger part when I cut these rubber bands. We don't want them getting a hold of me. There we go. He looks like he's pretty mellow right now. And goes. Now, I'm going to let him cook about 18 minutes. Everything looks pretty good, and there he goes. I imagine he don't like that too much. The other way you can tell is if his tentacles pull off real easy, then we know he's cooked all the way through. Take a quick peek. Alright, it's been about 18 minutes, so we're going to take a look at him. If we're going to give one of his tentacles a tug. If it pops right out of there, we know that he's cooked enough. If not, we'll let him go a few more minutes. There he is. He's looking pretty good. See if I can get a tentacle here. And not just yet. We're going to let him go a little bit longer. And there we have him. Alright, now probably the best thing to do would have been drop him into a little ice bath, stop him from cooking, kind of cool him off a little bit, but we're not going to do anything that fancy. So, break off these claws. Don't want that. And there we have just a beautiful piece of lobster claw. Okay, now the tail. They say you grab them and give them a squeeze, break, bust them apart there, pop that tail out. And there we have beautiful tail. Now we're going to want to pull this and make sure we get that vein out. Looks good. Looks good. We're just going to dip that right in some butter. Oh man. Life is good.
It's alright. It's okay. Chris is traveling today. It's alright. It's okay. Cross country.